All right, what's good? What's good, man? Let's get into it. I know it's been a while since I did an NBA video, but you know what? This news is way too good to pass up, especially since in the NFL, I did the Cowboys. I'm going to address the Eagles most likely on Friday because there's nothing really going on Thursday night. And there's really not that much news in the NFL. The NFL season's winding down. We're all waiting for the playoffs. And Christmas is almost here. And we all know Christmas is an NBA holiday. So, let's talk a little NBA and let's talk about my boy, Ja Morant. Ja himself came back and beat the New Orleans Pelicans last night, Tuesday, 115 to 113 with the game-winning layup with 34 points. Ja, what's up, bro? What's up, man? We missed you, man. I've missed you. And I just want to say something. The whole Ja Morant situation was beyond stupid to me. I thought it was Adam Silver being soft because, once again, I never saw the big deal what Ja Morant did in his parking lot with his homeboy and stuff. It wasn't like Ja was on NBA ground. It wasn't like Ja was doing it while he was in the playoffs. He was in his offseason. Basically, Ja Morant's on a vacation. He can do whatever he wants. And, I'm going to be careful with my words because I want to monetize this video, of course. But, I had my ups and downs with Ja Morant. I never denied his talent. Ja Morant is one of the most exciting players in the league right now. And Ja Morant is one of my favorite players to watch. Besides maybe Steph Curry, Bron, Donovan Mitchell, and Kyrie. I think I already said Kyrie. And Kyrie. Ja Morant's just up there. You can't say, if you're a basketball fan, you cannot sit here and tell me you don't like watching Ja Morant play. He's a dark-skinned Derrick Rose. That's all he is. He's a dark-skinned Derrick Rose. And what we just saw last night is the reason why Ja Morant's so exciting. The dude just literally carried. Yo, let me tell you something. Anybody who watched last night, the Grizzlies were trailing like 20 points, 15 points throughout the whole third quarter. Throughout the whole first to the middle of the fourth quarter, and Ja Morant put the team on his back and won the game. Won the game single-handedly by himself because Desmond Bane wasn't really hearing nothing. Jared Jackson, last time I checked, had like 13 points. He was literally carrying that whole team by himself, coming off a suspension. Dude wasn't doing anything. All he was doing was working out at the YMCA and dealing with his court meetings about him fighting a teenager or whatever. And Ja Morant comes back and wins this game. And let me tell you something. The NBA needs Ja Morant. Ja Morant is probably one of the most exciting players in the league. I really hope he learned this lesson. And listen, look, I had my ups and downs with Ja Morant. My problem with Ja Morant is that he cost himself, I think, $30 million because I guess the Grizzlies said, listen, if you make any of the all-star teams or if he made like any of the all NBA teams last year, he would have got $30 million in his contract, and he blew it because he got suspended for the whole strip club incident. And I said, Ja, you're messing up your bag. You know what I'm saying? You can't mess up your bag doing something stupid like that. But when Ja Morant got suspended for what he did in the offseason, I thought that was stupid. It's the offseason. Ja Morant wasn't even in the playoffs anymore. He was a good boy until, he got eliminated by the Lakers, and he could do whatever he wants. I don't see Adam Silver talking about Greg Popovich and Steve Kerr when they talk about, a certain topic every time there's something going on in America. And once again, I will hope if you're listening, you're catching on because I'm really not trying to say the word because I'm trying to monetize it. But at the same time, man, we need Ja Morant. We need Ja Morant, bro. He's one of the most exciting players in the league. I hope he stays out of trouble, or at least I hope he just, follows the orders. Because once again, we need the Grizzlies in the playoffs. Because I don't know what the rankings are, but some of these teams in the playoffs in the West, come on. Come on, man. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Now, granted, if you're a Memphis Grizzlies fan, if you're a Ja Morant fan, he has a lot. He has a lot of work to do. I'm sorry. He has a lot of work to do. The Grizzlies are beyond horrible. And I'm going to say a hot take right here, right now. And Kaiju, Lewis, the random editor, whoever timestamps my stuff, I want you to timestamp it right here. If Ja Morant leads this Memphis Grizzlies team to the playoffs, he deserves the MVP. I said what I said. I said what I said. If Ja Morant leads this Grizzlies team to the playoffs, he deserves the MVP. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. Because where's Ja Morant's stats at? Because this Grizzlies team is beyond horrible. Ja Morant, 6 assists, I think 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 34 points. 34 points. I believe he was coming off the bench too. This Grizzlies team is beyond horrible. They were up there with the Pistons on beyond horrible they were. I mean, my gosh, these guys couldn't buy a win if they could. Desmond Bane, what happened to all the Desmond Bane hype? Dude can't hit a shot to save nothing. He can't hit a shot to save nothing. Steven Adams is out for the year. Their all-star center's out. Jared Allen is a glorified bum. Jared Allen's bums. He's beyond trash. Horrible. And who else do they have on there? I don't even know who else they got on that team. Is Marcus Smart still on that team? Or did they get rid of him? Justifiably so. Don't know, don't care. But if Ja Morant leads this team to the playoffs, he deserves the MVP because they're not even seeded. They're at the bottom of the West. They are at the bottom of the West. I don't even know what the record is. I'm gonna actually try to look it up right now. They literally suck. They are beyond horrible. Let's look at the standings right now. The Grizzlies, where are they? Where are they? The Grizzlies, they're 7-19. They're 7-19. If Ja Morant leads this team to the playoffs, he deserves MVP. Now, granted, he won't get the MVP because, he was suspended 25 games. But the simple fact that he made an impact coming back today with the game-winning layup, 34 points, coming off the bench, and if he leads this team to the playoffs, he deserves MVP. Because I'm sorry, who's in the MVP race? Steph Curry's team is below 500. Jason Tatum, I guess you could throw in there. Luka, I guess you could throw in there. Are we sure Luka's gonna, lead his team to the playoffs? I mean, I love Kyrie Irving, so I hope the Mavericks are in the playoffs, but we don't know. We know that can fall apart, and Kyrie's out. Curry's gonna make the playoffs, but at the same time, Curry's getting old. It's time to, reward the new players. SGA is amazing, but we have to see there. SGA has an injury problem. Besides, I guess you could throw Giannis in there. Giannis, Embiid, Nikola Jokic and stuff. But once again, they already gave Embiid the MVP last year. They gave Nikola Jokic 2 years after that. They gave Giannis 2 back-to-back MVPs. So unless your name is Jason Tatum or Luka Doncic, Ja Morant, and it's a big if he can lead this team back to 500 and get them to the playoffs, and I'm talking about a seeding playoffs, not a play-in, a seeding playoffs, he should win MVP. He should win MVP because Ja Morant showed today he's the most valuable player on that team. They were 6-19 before last night. And Ja Morant showed his presence coming off the bench, coming the first game of basketball, 34 points in a game-winning layup to win the game while trailing throughout that whole game. Ja Morant is amazing. He is that dude. And anybody who's a basketball fan should appreciate him, enjoy his return. Just hope, he doesn't get any more trouble or anything like that. And, good. That was a good game last night. Very good game. I took all the box score off, but that was a very good game last night. Shout out to Ja Morant. Shout out to the Memphis Grizzlies, man. Ja Morant's definitely going to be in my radar, especially, with NBA, NFL season kind of winding down. Now, granted, college football playoffs are going to start soon. College football, NFL football playoffs is going to come up. But, definitely when basketball season starts up, football season is kind of dead right now because, the playoffs are everybody's kind of waiting for the playoffs besides the Eagles' demise, which I will be covering Friday and telling people to chill out about the Eagles. And, no one really cares about Trevor Lawrence sucking. No one really cares about, I already did the Cowboys. I roasted the Cowboys up. And no one's going to care about the Saints and Rams on Thursday Night Football Thursday night or tomorrow. So I wanted to cover this Ja Morant situation. Shout out to Ja Morant, man. Shout out to Ja Morant. I hope everybody enjoyed that game last night. I hope everybody enjoys Ja Morant's return. And let me know your thoughts, man. Do you think Ja Morant should be in the MVP conversation if he leads the Grizzlies to a seeding, whether it's the sixth seeding or the first seeding in the West? Do you think he deserves to be in MVP conversations? RJ out.